we now have support for Claude enabled here. So if you go into chat with a foundational LLM, you can, let me see, ask a question like, oh, that's not what we want. Let's say something like, give me a 3-step morning routine. And let's see what it gives back here. You can see it'll tell you when you're in that foundational chat which model you're getting an answer back from. And then another thing we added is you can not only choose the model you're chatting with, but you can actually choose more than one. So instead of, you can ask the same question. I now have GPT-4 and Anthropic selected. And what you'll get back is a response, one chat bubble that has the response from each LLM individually. So you can see that that's denoted here by the name of the model, and eventually we'll do some kind of formatting on this to make that bold, which is what the asterisks are there for. But now you can see there are different responses from 2 different models, which is great, which is kind of what Pierre was looking to do. The other kind of piece we started adding here was around the fallback loop. So we already actually got to see it somewhat in action with Ryan's demo there. But some of the feedback we got from it was Stephen a lot of times was when the model is unable to find an answer, it'll say something like, hey, there's nothing about XYZ in the content, right? And it's a very short, blunt response, and it's just not a very good user experience. So what we decided to do is create this fallback loop, which we first detect when an answer like that is given. So when the model says something along the lines of, hey, I couldn't find anything in your answer, then it actually falls back to the foundational knowledge. So it'll just give something from the underlying LLM's foundational knowledge. So if we ask something like, what countries are in the EU? And I'm chatting with AI and ML stuff here, so it shouldn't find any answers in my content. And it says, okay, there's nothing in the text. And then it gives an answer from the foundational knowledge that it has. And it goes off and starts listing countries that are in the EU. So that's kind of the new fallback logic that we're using, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Another thing to note is that the model selection up here, right, does not apply to private chat. So whatever you have selected, I think we have a ticket out to deselect these when you switch to private chat, so it's not confusing. But we are using GPT-4 as the model when you're doing private chat, and that's now noted with some text right here, so people don't get as confused. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've got. Any questions on this stuff?
Well, this is just really exciting.